Welcome back to Data Cloud Now's live coverage of Snowflake Summit in San Francisco, the world's largest data and AI conference. I'm now joined by Don Murray, co-founder and CEO at Safe Software. Don, such a pleasure to be with you today.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, it's great. It's been a great show.
Looking forward to diving in. Safe Software is an all data integration company that helps organizations bring life to their data. Can you walk us through the offerings, Don?
Yeah, sure. We've been around for 30 years, used by 25,000 customers, and our whole special stuff has been around spatial data. So we've been selling to anybody who cares about spatial data. So that would be cities, they have lot boundaries, they have infrastructure, utility companies, oil and gas companies, and natural disasters. So FEMA is a big customer of ours. So anybody who cares about where things are on the ground and their relationship, that's who we've sold to for 30 years.
I love it. Let's dive into your point. The numbers speak for themselves. Over 30 years of expertise, 25,000 plus enterprise customers across 125 countries. It's remarkable. How are you connecting the dots for your customers, and what's top of mind for them?
Yeah, so our customers, of course, have always been spatial,
right.
But now we're seeing spatial become more important to the enterprise, because spatial data allows you to see relationships you just can't see.
Right.
You want to build a new store. Well, you need to know where, what's the demographic, where should I build it, how close is it, to a freeway, to transit, all those things. Those are all spatial problems, and you cannot see those problems unless you actually look at the spatial component. And you just think about your normal life. Probably the first word you say when you get up out of bed is, "Where's my coffee?" Certainly when you're traveling.
It happened this morning.
Yeah, it's like, where's data now, right? Like you get up in the morning, okay, where's the coffee? Where's my booth? The word where. So the world we live in is all spatial. So now we're just bringing that to the world, to organizations, and saying, hey, if you're making decisions without spatial data, you're missing a lot of insights.
Context is king, Don.
Yeah, absolutely. And Snowflake has spatial capabilities in their database. They can do geography, which is the globe, but they also understand geometry, because the world's round, the paper's flat. In order to map it, you have to do distortions, and so we're excited. We work with Snowflake. We have over 100 customers that are both Snowflake's customers and our customers, and it's all about getting data in, and then being able to query it, and then taking that spatial data, the residuals, and then moving them to other spatial, so organizations can get a complete picture of their business.
I'm so glad you mentioned Snowflake, because I want to dive into the AI Data Cloud ecosystem. How does the AI Data Cloud help power these insights for customers, and what are your primary objectives during your time here at Snowflake Summit?
Yeah. So at Snowflake Summit, we're meeting with the spatial group, of course. We're also really excited about the Apache Iceberg announcements. When it comes to the AI front, we see AI in a number of ways. One, of course, is to improve the authoring ability, making it easier for users with our tool to get data in and out of Snowflake, but also being able to enable users to connect to any AI service they want. There's just a plethora of them out there. And one of our whole tenets has been being agnostic. Let the customer decide the database. Let the customer decide which cloud they're going to run their Snowflake in. Let the customer decide which AI, and then we will connect to it so that they can then use that AI as part of their whole data processing flow.
I'm so glad you mentioned AI. It clearly remains the hot topic. How do you see its impact across the marketplace evolving over the coming year?
Yeah, that is an amazing question, right? Who would have thought where we'd be just in a year, just over a year from when it announced, right? And it is moving at breakneck speed. We just see people being able to do more quickly. And it's just an assistant. I say to anybody at work, so if I have somebody at work named Bob, I say, Bob, you cannot compete with Bob who's using AI. It's
Bob plus AI.
Exactly. So within our organization, we've encouraged everybody to use AI, and I think businesses that are encouraging their staff to use AI and leveraging the great things that organizations like Snowflake are doing, they're just going to accelerate.
Don, such a pleasure. What's next for Safe Software, and how can the audience learn more?
Yeah, so there's a number of things. One, we're building a data virtualization layer, and again, we're building it so that users can use natural language to talk to their data. We're also, in one of the keynotes, I talked about how data was too big to move, so you got to move processing to the data. So we're working to put our processing engine inside Snowpark Container Services because there's no way to be closer to the data than
Right.
running right inside the database. So we're super excited about that as well. Yeah.
Don, such a pleasure being with
Yeah,
you
no,
today.
it's great.
Congratulations to everything you're doing, Safe Software's doing. Thank you again for
Well,
joining
thank
me.
you so much. It's been great. Yeah.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. I'll see you soon.
Awesome.